Hello everyone, welcome back to another random Friday. Today I shall be taking a look at some plants in the garden, Mrs. Rathbone's new cup and saucer, and some clamps as well. These plants have been living in our garden for over 10 years now. They just appeared one year and we've kept them ever since. We call them popping plants, but they're actually known as mole plants. I'm not about to try and pronounce the scientific name, but the little seed pods you can see there, these little round seed pods, will start popping and shooting very hard little seeds about all over the place later on in the year when it's hot, and they really can hurt, I can tell you, because I've been hit in the eye by one a time or two. The other interesting little plants we have in the garden are little wildflowers, and they're just over here, look. There we are, little bee orchids. Lovely little things they are. We noticed them the other year in the garden. They're designed to look like little bees. They're a female bee to attract a male bee in to pollinate them. And unfortunately in this country, the UK, this bee doesn't live, so they're basically self-pollinating over here. Quite a nice little plant, and we're very careful with the lawnmower around them so we don't chop them down, and they come up year after year. They're quite nice little things actually, guys. Very nice. The other day, Mrs. Rathbone said she was going to bring home a new cup and saucer, but I wasn't really ready for exactly what kind of cup and saucer she was going to bring home, so let's just take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so here it is, and you're asking what's so special about this cup and saucer? Well, check out the size of the thing. It's enormous. It's actually 10 inches across the top here, guys, and it's actually a planter for putting plants in. As you can see, she's already got a few bits of stones and what have you in the bottom for when she puts the soil in. It's massive, weighs an absolute ton as well. The saucer is like the drip tray, as it were. We've got this nice butterfly motif on the front here, and as I say, I was quite surprised when she brought it home because of the size of the thing. Can you imagine taking this into your favourite coffee shop and asking them to fill it up? My God, you'd be there all day drinking that lot. I don't think even I could manage that, and Mrs. Rathbone and I have a very large cup of coffee each on a Saturday morning when we go into our favourite coffee shop, but it's nothing like this sort of size. But yeah, there we go. Now I'm sure most of you out there will be familiar with the Black & Decker Workmate, and I have had this one, I don't know, about 30 years, something like that there. Still use it. It's quite a handy little tool because it folds away into next to nothing. It's very easy to adjust to just about any shape you might want to clamp into it. It's quite flexible, and you've also got these little bits here that you can place in different positions for clamping different bits and pieces, like the odd plank or whatever. As I say, I find this very useful. It does actually fold down to next to nothing as well, so you can store it. But anyway, about, I don't know what it was, 10 years or more ago, more than 10 years I would say actually, the tool company I was working for had some very interesting clamps that actually work with the Black & Decker Workmate. So let's take a look at them. Here they are, looking a bit like a cross between a duck and a tap, or faucet if you live in America. They're made from like polymer, I guess. As you can see, they've got a thread going on here. They've got so you can wind this on and off. But it also has a quick release mechanism here. Just pinch these two in here, and they are designed to fit in these holes here, like so. And then the threaded bit simply goes up underneath, like so. And then we use the quick release to push it up, and then we can just screw it up tight, like so. Once we have our workpiece under the arm here, as you can see, it's got a fairly decent hold of it. I've tightened it up underneath. Quite a good hold. If you want to quickly release it, you simply do that, and away it comes. And you can also, you know, move this along like so to get out of anything slightly larger if you wish to, or you know, just move it along, then reclamp it down again, and we once again have a nice tight grip on whatever we're trying to hold here. So if you wanted to hold like a longer plank, you simply connect both of the clamps, or however many you've got hold of, to your Workmate, and as you can see, it's got a really good hold to it. So let's give it a go, see what it's like for sawing. So there we go. You can see they work really well for something that's like, as I say, probably a GRP or a polymer or something like that there. They're very strong indeed. They're not going to let go until you release them. Let's move my saw out of the way. Just release them both underneath as well. And there we go. Fantastic little bit of kit. And do you know what the funny thing is? I've never really used them all that much. So, but they are quite interesting. So there we go. Two rather interesting little bits of kit. As I say, you can, you know, because of the little teeth, you can clamp down anything you want, really, any size. We have quick release, which is very useful as well. So you're not spending hours turning the nut round here. Very good, and they've got a quick release on the top as well. So I think there's quite an interesting idea, and I'm actually glad I purchased them while I still worked for the tool company. You may very well have noticed this rather interesting looking adjustable wrench here at the beginning. My Stanley Fat Max demolition wrench. It's quite an interesting bit of kit. I'm going to try and get around to reviewing this at some point. As you can see, it's a standard adjustable spanner. There's a little hammer on the top there, and we also have a pry bar and nail remover just here as well. But please let me know if you'd like to see a review of this little fellow. I've had it for quite a while now, and I've been meaning to get round to reviewing it, so please let me know if you want to see it reviewed. Alright then guys, well I hope you enjoyed today's Random Friday. Sorry there wasn't one last week, but once again I've been very busy at work, and I don't always have the time in the evenings to record stuff like this, because it does take time, to be honest with you. Although I enjoy it, I'm sometimes too tired after work. But yeah, please let me know if you enjoy Random Fridays, and I've got plenty of kit, plenty more kit for you to take a look at, so hopefully I'll see you another Friday then. Thanks for watching.
Ruff, ruff.